Understanding your responsibilities is critical to maintaining your post-secondary funding. Make sure you stay in touch with your post-secondary funding advisor. They'll be guiding you through each step of the GRIPSIO process and will help you maintain your funding. Pay attention to your contact outline. It is mandatory that you complete at least one contact with your funding advisor per semester, keeping them up to date on how you are doing in school. In addition, there are other important deadlines for documents such as applications, tuition fees, course registration, and grade reports that students have to stay on top of. Do your best to be successful in your studies because course failures and withdrawals result in what's called an overpayment, or you having to pay back tuition. Although GRIPSIO funding advisors provide ongoing support to all post-secondary students, they highly recommend finding additional support systems such as on-campus writing centers and Indigenous student services. Funding policies are explained as needed. For example, one important aspect of our funding policy is only full-time students get the monthly education allowance. To be considered a full-time student at college, you must be registered full-time by the school and take no less than 12 hours of in-class instruction per week throughout the term. For university undergraduate study, you must be registered full-time according to the GRIPSIO policy. It is your responsibility to read the rules and guidelines found on the Grand River Post-Secondary Education Office website. If at any time you have policy questions, contact your post-secondary funding advisor for clarification. There are some common things we want all students to know about and to take care of while at school. It is extremely important that you read all the information you receive from GRIPSIO and the information you get from your school. Not staying informed and doing appropriate follow-up may jeopardize your funding and result in you having to pay back funds. Know the GRIPSIO deadline dates. October 1st is the first deadline each school year, February 1st is the second deadline, and May 1st is the third deadline. August 1st is also the deadline date for official transcripts, which are to be sent to the office directly from your institution. Our deadline dates don't change and the information required is always the same. Grade reports, semester course schedules, semester tuition fees, and applications are all common to all three deadlines. Your funds can be put on hold if you haven't followed up on handing in documentation or doing your semester contact. We will also be emailing you reminders. These are meant to keep you up to date with funding requirements. We need to be able to get in touch with you quickly, so keep your contact information up to date at all times. Your information here at GRIPSIO is confidential and we need your written permission to give any of your information to any other person, including a parent, guardian, counselor, or advisor. Most institutions have, as part of their student services, a health plan and charge for it automatically. You may be able to opt out of these school plans, so know your institution's deadlines for opting out of health plans and take care of this if you don't want to pay for it. GRIPSIO does not pay for them if you can opt out. As a Six Nations band member, you have drug and dental coverage under non-insured health benefits. Know your institution's deadline for dropping courses. When students drop courses during a term, there is a possibility they can drop themselves into being part-time. If this happens, they are not eligible for the monthly education allowance, which will be suspended, and if it was issued and the student is now part-time, the student will have to pay it back. If you have any questions on how changes to your course load will affect your funding, do not hesitate to contact your post-secondary funding advisor. GRIPSIO would also like students to be aware of alternative funding sources such as scholarships and bursaries located on the GRIPSIO website, OSAP, and Inspire. If you are experiencing any difficulties or have any concerns at any time, contact your funding advisor and we will do our best to assist you. Your success is important to us.